If you watch my Hypixel Skyblock channel, you probably play Skyblock with mods. But what if I were to tell you that there's a mod that completely changes the way that your game looks and plays to the point where it feels like a truly different game besides Minecraft, especially if you get on some shaders and texture packs? Well, that's what Apex does. As you see, I just pressed F1 and the screen is so much less crowded than it normally would be. Off on the right, there's empty space so I can actually see the game, rather than looking at, like, here's Skyblock, here's how many coins I have, and everything like that. Instead, they make more efficient use of the space. As you can see on the bottom bar, it's got how many coins are in my purse, how many bits I have, which area I am in, so if I go to the ruins, then it says that, whereas if I go into this area that's apparently considered a higher level, then it tells me that. Or let's say I go back into the hub from the ruins. So let's go over there, and as you can see, my hotbar, wow, it's in a completely different part of the screen, which is actually pretty cool. So that updates dynamically at the bottom. It's got speed, defense, and stuff like that. It also tells me the Hypixel Skyblock time, just in case that's helpful. It's also moved my UI in terms of items to the bottom as well, which also puts it more out of the way and more in line with, like, other MMORPGs and how the layout is. It also has placed my health and all that stuff that would normally be right next to or above the hotbar up in the top right corner of the screen. So that is the default layout, but there is something that I really enjoy about it, is that you can customize it any way you like. Just type /APEC and press enter. Now you can see we've got a lot of interesting things. Auto toggle, I recommend you turn on because it disables the UI when you leave Skyblock, because otherwise it can look really weird. But let's say we want to turn the HP bar off. We don't need it. Turn the text off, we can do that too. Same with the mana bar and the XP bar. But, you know, what if I want that? Like, I probably don't need the XP bar or XP text personally, because I am not really using enchanting that much. But I do sort of want mana and health. But let's say I need air, so like when I'm drowning in the water, it'll tell me air. So when I'm sitting down here, you'll see it puts a little air bar up there. Right now it's being sort of covered by Fetcher, but it is up there, and when I leave, then it's completely gone. And that's pretty useful. So if we go back into Apex, we can say that we want to keep those on. And we can also have skill XP, so when we get skill XP, it'll appear on the screen. So let's demonstrate that right now with this tree capitator by going and breaking a tree. When I break it, it shows up with the XP right above the little black bar on the bottom, and I can move that bar wherever I want. Let's say I wanted it to be in any other spot. So let's type /APEC, press enter, and now press this customize GUI button. Now you can see everything that appears. This is the little boss bar that works mostly in dungeons. We can keep that up there at the top. Personally, I don't really need it, but let's say I wanted to move this farming bar, you know, let's put it down here. That'd be pretty nice, just to have it nice and out of the way on this bottom bar with everything else. Now when I press exit and let's say I go to break another tree, it'll show up everything right down there. But, you know, I probably want to keep it up here because that is the intended location and it looks better to me. But something I would consider moving is something like the health bar. You can resize it, make it smaller or bigger, and I can put it literally wherever I want on the screen. If I wanted to have my UI specifically laid out so that I can only see my health and mana at all times, then I theoretically could do that. I'm not sure why you would want to do that, but it would be possible. So let's just put it like that, and like that, and like that. Put that there as well. You know, we need to keep all of this visible to us at all times. I do not know how any of this is going to look, but we'll see. See, some things you can't move off the bottom bar, but I can make this wherever I feel like. I can move this to over here. I can maybe try to make this different size. We'll move this bar there, this bar there, this bar there. We'll put this in big text over here. And while this is obviously a tremendously useless layout that nobody would ever want to use, it theoretically would be possible with Apex. You can customize it to look however you want. Obviously, I'm not going to keep this, so I'm going to go to Customize GUI and then Reset All. Brings everything back to where it's supposed to be, out of my way, which I'm very grateful for, because honestly, it was kind of crowded there. So, it's not the coolest mod in terms of, like, exciting new features that make the game more productive or anything, but personally, I think it just greatly enhances the visual aspects of the game, makes it honestly a lot more fun to play. A lot less screen real estate is taken up by things that I really don't need to know right now, and I get to dedicate more of the screen to seeing the beautiful parts of the game and the beautiful maps that are constructed. So, I highly recommend you try out the Apex mod if you haven't already. because it is really, really cool. I'll leave the link to it down in the description. And thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.